Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. Now let's go and find that warg. If you remember, last time I showed you the location where you summon the warg. So now I want to actually go and perform the summoning, kill him, and to turn in all these quests that I have here. And that will get me to level 25, which is where I'm going to be holding for the time being, so that we could do the North Downs at a reasonable level. Actually, on second thought, I'm going to hold it here at 24, just above there, and maybe do all that stuff at level 24. Since I do notice that the mobs, minimum level of the mobs are at 24, so therefore I think it's better to do that at level 24. And this is the next quest hub, as you can see with those quest rings up there. So I'm sure we'll be going here next. Though we should be able to go to the North Downs whenever the next update comes out. But I figure let's see how much of the Lone Lands we could do before the mobs start getting up too high for us to handle. We should be able to handle a couple of levels above our own without too much trouble. Alright, let's put this down here. Now we should be seeing a warg come this way soon. And in fact, there he is. Shade Paw. Oh. Alright. That's what I get for playing on my minstrel just before coming here. Well, I was trying to do ballads. Yeah, it doesn't work on a Rune-keeper. This is the reason why on my next series of skirmish videos I'm going to be concentrating several on a single class instead of on a single skirmish like I've been doing in the past. So I have some hope of remembering what each class does. Now we head on to turn in 5 quests. This should get us some good rep with the locals. And we are, I think that's it, right? No, that's a different gap. Where is it? Oops. We don't want to talk to the half-orcs at the moment. We're trying to get back to the quest giver. Ah, here we go. Okay. Yep. Shadow Wolf. Number of horses I've killed around here. Now we'll get inside. Silly wolves. They just seem to have too much of a like for horse meat around here, don't they? Alright. We'll start with the hobbit here.
It's been a foul day, it has.
We did it! You watch! Those wargs will think twice about chasing down anyone now that you've slain their leader. We'll be heroes in the Forsaken Inn, you'll see. I owe you, friend. Here, take one of these for all you've done. let's see what we've got here. Not one of them is anything useful for a Rune-keeper, so we'll take whatever's worth the most money. Looks like that.
Why are you bothering me?
These treasures do not appear to be more than old tarnished coins, but they are valuable to many collectors. Customers from Bree will often purchase them from us by bartering food or other goods for these coins. Any soul diligent enough to search through these ruins will sooner or later stumble upon many of these coins. The half-orcs in the north scour the ruins even now in such an effort. Alright?
Tell me what you need or move along.
The lost will not be forgotten. The goblins have wrought much pain upon my people, but not as much as others. The spiders in these lands are filled with true malice and an intelligence unseen. Your efforts give me mine some measure of ease. Thank you.
This is intolerable.
You see the beauty of the statue now? Well, actually, they don't show it to you, so I really don't know how it looks. I have not seen such beauty among man or elf. Eric, another of our number, claims that she is a maiden separated from her sisters. I do not know if the tales woven by the stone speaker are true, but I know that this statue shows a female of beauty unseen in the world. I thank you for making this recovery. Statues of a female beauty unseen in this world from her sisters. This may be the Red Maid, perhaps, when she was still beautiful before she became what she is now. So that would be my best guess as to who it's supposed to be. Agility and will. Well, and this one is 7 fate. Critical rating. Alright, we'll try agility will. And we'll put this in here.
This is intolerable.
You have proven a great friend to my people, Pinestone. I will keep these for now. My brother and I were sent to the west in search of assistance. The Aglain are in grave danger and need more assistance than our kin can provide. Already there is one who visits us, following black riders out of the west, but even he has been given pause upon seeing that the red waters of the swamp near our home. We face a danger greater than orcs, goblins, and evil dwarves together. I will leave the rest of my elders to explain. You have earned this reward, friend. Alright, so let's see. Light armor, will, and fate. Oh, okay, the fine Madam Hunter shoes are better than this, so that's not an upgrade. So we will take that. Alright. Well, it looks like quite a bit here. Alright, we still have to take care of...
Will you let me speak my piece?
Half-orcs, yes. A year ago, we lost a rich ruin to men from the south. At least we thought they were men. They bore the manner, height, and look of men, but were nearly as savage as orc folk we learned they were descended from. Nerost, north of here, in the east shadow of the great hill of Weathertop, fell to the half-breeds, and our trade was lost with it. If we could recover some of these goods, we might restore trade with the west and some more hope for the Aglain. Will you help us sift through the ruins of our goods? Very well. We are to collect relics from the half-orcs.
I'll not be ignored.
Many lost their lives when the half-orcs raided Nerost. Since then, we have struggled greatly. Most recently, you likely know, we lost the ruin to goblin forces through the mountains of the north. Yet the half-orcs came first, and they slaughtered our people, stole our livelihood, and began despoiling the ruin. We do not know why, but we know they have collected many relics within the ruins and have packed them to delivery to the south. If you are willing, I would ask you to enter to Narost and seek the hirelings who guard the relics and slay them. Bring back any of the relics you find. So we collect stolen crates and defeat half-orcs.
I do not ask much of you.
Your efforts on behalf of the Eglain are noble, my friend, but I deem our peril is greater than we first thought. These half-breeds bear a standard with the mark of a white hand. Ordinary brigands and ruffians do not bear such charges. The mark of the white hand tells me that they serve a greater master. Whatever their purpose, such creatures cannot be allowed to take a foothold in the north. They do not belong here. If you can enter Narost, slay them. Yes, we're going to slay Hotmurs and his guards.
I'll not be ignored.
My friend, as that is what I think of you, there is something that I wish to share. In the east there is a ruin which the dwarves have long pilfered. We stayed away from them, as they are oft being filled with ire and anger towards the Eglain. Not long after, a contingent of dwarf kind stopped in Oscaruth for the briefest time. Some, enthralled by tales of the dwarves in the ruins, asked to remain in these lands and investigate. Since this time they have found an underground ruin where they say that they are closing in on secrets about their cousins living here. If you're interested in aiding us, then we will go to there. Now, we will head for the dwarves and take care of them. The idea is that I will use the next episode to take care of the half-orcs. Therefore, let us be off. Now, how far do I get before a wolf knocks down my horse? Oops. Oh, it looks like I'm outrunning the horse. I'm outrunning the wolf that time. Either that or he didn't notice me or decided, nah. Maybe they're finally getting wise that if you go around knocking Rune-keepers off of horses, you're not going to get a meal, you're going to get a bolt of lightning in your muzzle. Alright, so the dwarves that we want to see are the quest givers that we saw earlier, where we saw the rings as we were passing by. And we'll be going for the... that's Weathertop. Those are the runes we'll be going to eventually. So we will also be killing a few of these here, possibly. But we do have to go inside the ruins, and let's face it, we'll be able to kill more than enough of these guys when we're there. Alright, we should be getting close to those dwarves. Alright. Ah, this way. Not visible on the road. I had forgotten that little detail. Alright, now here we go. Dwarf!
I am at your service.
Hunolf sent you? Good man he! It is true that the two within this cavern came from the west. I came here long ago to live among the Eglain, but the duty tells me to come with these cousins of mine and aid them in their search. Hunolf was right to send you. Something is amiss here. We are still not entirely sure what it is.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
I sometimes think I ought never to have left the mountains of my home, of my ancestors, but I sought after a life of adventure. After too many years looking, I found myself lost, and then found again here amongst the Eglain. I have been here long time now, and consider myself one of them. But here are remnants of my own heritage that never stray, friend, and these remnants get stirred in times like this. I hear rumor of dwarves working the orcs to despoil the tombs beneath the ruins of Dour to the south. I wish to know what kind of dwarf would tolerate orcs, much less deign to work alongside of them. Go to Dour and bring me one of their banners. So I need to get a banner. Oh wait. No, that's it for that. Now there are other quests inside of that cavern, but we'll take care of those in a moment. Because I don't think I have time to do those today. But I do have time to kill a few Dourhands. Or at least to gain a banner. Alright. Alright, we just need to collect the banner. You know, as if he didn't guess, of course, that they'd be Dourhands. Right? Okay. In game, if it's an evil dwarf, it's probably a Dourhand. It's a pretty safe bet in this game. At least that's the way it always is.
Greetings, traveler.
I know that blazon! My father told me of a revolt and battle long ago against a host of elves in Eredluine. Skorgrim, a leader of the Dourhands, to whom this blazon belongs, led the assault that drove the Dourhands to near destruction. Buried beneath the mountains was he, but the quick actions of the elves' leaders who sacrificed himself to deny Skorgrim victory. Dourhands in league with elves. Grim news indeed, and there is no doubt of what must come next. I guess he hasn't heard about the revival of Skorgrim Dourhand.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
This dwarf is not one to brook betrayal. Yeah, collect some axes from them. Yeah, I'm going to collect the axes. Alright, so just collect a few axes from them, and we'll use that to finish up the episode. Hello there. Now, I would prefer to do that without the assistance of the bird. Alright, that's an axe. I presume that was dropped by the dwarf and not by the bird. In an MMO, you can't always be too sure. I remember back in my days of playing WoW, yes, you could sometimes get weapons dropped off of birds. Never did make sense. I mean, not all drops are logical in this one, but they're not quite as illogical as you can get in some other games. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, more Dourhands. We had a bit of an interruption, but now we are back, and let's now start finding the rest of those Dourhands. I just forgot about this quest, is finding the Dourhands is the main challenge to it. Maybe I should have gone into the main dwarf questing area, since there'll be plenty of Dourhands in there. Underground. I just thought I wanted to pick up a couple before heading down into that area. And I forgot that you don't get too many more than a couple. But looks like they respawned. perhaps I'll get the last of them and... Yeah, here's the last one I need. Assuming he drops the axe. Oh. I'm sure the guys at Turbine consider it to be a buff that you don't cash out when you do that, but switching is a real pain when you fail to cash out and you're desperately trying to cash out just so that you can switch over to healing. Well, I guess we'll just turn this in, head inside the cave, and then pick up from there tomorrow.
Well met, friend.
Ha! Fine iron indeed! Not as comely as other weapons, but still made by dwarf hands and crafted with care. I shall smelt the ill deeds from the weapons and craft them newly into arms and armor for all to use. Do not see shame in what you have done, but gain strength from the knowledge that you have done your part to stop the spread of evil. Now let's see. +8 fate. Alright. So I will... I'm sure this... Oh, this is the earring, right? Alright, with that done, we'll call that an episode.
Come and stay a moment, friend.
Somewhere in Middlemoss there are dwarves who oversee the labors of the Dourhands. Well, that's probably something for later. For now, though, we'll head inside here. But in the next episode, we will return to the outside world, where we will take care of those half-orcs. Until then, this is Pineleaf Needles for Pineleaf Plays, the Rune-keeper.